A lot of people will laugh and joke and say, oh, goalkeeping, you hardly do anything, you just catch a few volleys and kick a few balls and things like that. Goalkeeping fitness is totally different to normal fitness. As goalkeepers, we have to do 2 kind of pre-seasons. My name is Neil Alexander. I am the first team goalkeeping coach plus head of goalkeeping at Motherwell Football Club. Tell you only do 3. Bit of luck. Put it in pre-season. Well, we're in our second week of pre-season training. The goalkeepers especially have worked really hard, which I'm really happy about. They only had 3 weeks off in the off-season, so they've not lost that much fitness. So it's just a case of ticking them over and getting them up to speed again. And I've got a really good group of goalkeepers who give me everything they've got. Their attitude's fantastic, they work hard. I'm really happy that where they're at just now in terms of their fitness and the standard of goalkeepers we have at the club. Proud yous all. Yes, Ashley, come on, let's do it. They all have different attributes. Kel's is fantastic with the ball, his feet distribution's great. Aston's a great size, so it makes the goal look very small, maybe saves it the other 2 maybe don't make. Matty's a little bit shorter in height, but he makes up for it in his speed and agility. They all have strengths, they all have things that they want to work on it and be better, but as a group, the manager, myself and the coaching staff are really happy with the collectiveness of what we've got. They've come back in great shape and they've hit the ground running really, so it makes my job easier in terms of the work that I have to do with them. Obviously we need to tick a lot of boxes and get as much done as we can before the first competitive game. Yeah. Well, we've always been after, that's why you know to choose tonight. But that doesn't, but we can feel like we can give you a bit of training to catch up. Not that you've lost anything, but just get it. Yeah, we didn't really got it. Pointless, so we'd rather give you a night off to recover. Listen, Kel's, you've not really had a break. And you just kept going.
4 days and 3 days, sorry. 4 days it starts.
3 weeks, so. It's a different scenario when it comes to Kel's. Obviously he's never really stopped. We need to look after Kel's. He's not really had any time off, any breaks, so any opportunity we can he'll have maybe an afternoon off or a night off, or he won't do as many reps as the other 2. So it's just juggling, it's basically just juggling it all together and make sure that every individual is getting taken care of. But Kel's loves to get involved, he doesn't like to miss out on anything, so he's got a great attitude. So the hardest thing is probably reining Kel's back in terms of he wants to train all the time, so it's telling him, no, you're not training today, or you're only doing a little bit today, so that's probably the biggest challenge. Well, again, there's so many different scenarios that go into planning a pre-season. We've only had 3 weeks off, which is very short. Your training programme becomes different the longer you have off. Goalkeeping fitness is totally different to normal fitness. As goalkeepers, we have to do two kind of pre-seasons. We have to do a pre-season with maybe the outfield players where we get our general fitness, which is a lot of cardio stuff and gym work. And then you come in to do goalkeeping fitnesses, which is completely different. A lot of up and down stuff, short, sharp stuff. The sports sciences come involved. There's less running. I used to do all the running outfielders did. Those days have gone now. It's more goalkeeping specific fitness. A lot of up, down, plyometrics, short, sharp bursts, change of directions. You know, that's what the love of the job is. Seeing them doing well on a Saturday, seeing them do well day to day in the training field, and seeing them improve. Last one. Good, Matty, well done. Get a drink, boys. A lot of people will laugh and joke and say, oh, goalkeeping, you hardly do anything, you just catch a few volleys and kick a few balls and things like that, but it's tough. We've got a lot to cover in a short space of time. So many different elements of goalkeeping that you need to work on, you need to get better at, you need to get stronger at before you can get into a game, because there's so many elements in a game that happen: crossing, kicking, back passes, diving, balls over the top, and we need to kind of cover them all. The biggest thing for me is knowing how long I've got with the goalkeepers, and then I can organise my session. I kind of know in my own head what I want to do, what the goalkeepers need at certain specific times of pre-season. So it's just a case of getting the timings so I can actually execute that training session. Things change, the gaffer might need a goalkeeper sooner than I think, someone might pull out one injury, or someone might be feeling a little bit more tired or feeling a little injury, so you've got to be adaptable and adapt your session around the different circumstances that can occur.
Come on.
Good, come on, last bit, we'll go for a walk.
Feel rapid, Matty. Feel rapid, Matty.
Come on. Finish it. Well done. Brilliant, Matt. Great work, guys. We'll go for a walk. Everyone talks about the goalkeepers union, and a lot of people think is it a myth, is something the goalkeepers say, but it definitely is something that every club I've been at, and most clubs, they do have that bond. The togetherness is incredible. You know, they all help each other, they're all in the same boat, they all want to get fit. Everyone has different aspirations. Obviously Kells is the #1 right now, but Aston's pushing him all the way as he did all last season, and Matty's trying to get in Aston's position. They push each other, they encourage each other. You know, that brings a good togetherness, and the goalkeepers and all look out for each other as well. Boys. Brilliant, lads, well done, magnificent. Fantastic. Excellent, boys. Great work this morning, great work. That was tough, really tough. It's in the bank now. Everything leads up to that first game, minutes on the pitch, minutes on the training ground, and it's my job to get them 100% focused and ready and sharp and fit for that first game so that they can be their best version of themselves. The manager's fantastic. He's always asking about the goalkeepers. He always wants to know how they're doing, how they've trained, how they are, you know, behind the scenes. Obviously I know them very, very well personally. You build up that relationship with your goalkeeping coach and your goalkeepers, and I can give the manager that information that he needs, how the goalkeepers are they tired, how they are off the pitch. We have dialogue all the time. As I say, I'm asking them what they're doing in training, because that might dictate my session. So if the manager says they're doing a crossing and finishing drill, my session will predominantly be getting the goalkeepers ready, so similar aspects, similar training drills to what they're going to face when they go in with the first team squad. As I say, I'll speak to Duke, the sports scientist, in terms of numbers, how much I'm doing, how hard the session is. We all bounce off each other. We've got to say that the staff have got a great relationship, and we're always talking, always communicating, and it makes everyone's job easier at the end of the day.